We're on, boys. Welcome to In the Mixer podcast.
Brilliant.
If it goes as well as setting it up, we're in for a good podcast, ladies and gentlemen. In for a treat. So, the first episode is going to be about the return of the German football. Jimmy Greaves, how are you doing, Jimmy Greaves? You good?
Fantastic, mate. We're talking on
a
subject which I don't really know anything about.
Yeah, so we're going to give this a go because we're not. I mean, Bolton, how are you doing firstly? You know a lot about German football.
I'm very excited for the return of the football. Up the Eagles.
Legend.
Secret Frankfurt fan, which we'll get onto in a bit.
It's no secret.
Firstly, coronavirus, no football for ages. German football's on. What's the fixture of the weekend? Firstly,
it's got to be Dortmund Schalke.
For me, it's the live. It has to be that one really for entertainment purposes. But I've got a bit of a loving for Julian Nagelsmann at the moment, so I'm going to be watching the Leipzig game.
Yeah, we'll be hearing a lot more about that, I believe.
Yeah.
So you're at Leipzig. So you're being a glory hunter as usual, then, yeah.
Oh yeah, rude.
Yeah. Okay. And Bolt, we've all picked a team, haven't we? You're being Wolfsburg. Not Wolfsburg, that's being me. Frankfurt. You're Frankfurt.
Yeah, I'm Frankfurt. You on that Twitter video where you had to stop it on a team, and Kyle got Wolfsburg. So we'll be having a little look at some players for Kyle to have a look at. Do you know anyone so far? What do you know about Wolfsburg?
The 7th in the league. They're doing okay. They've got a good striker.
Is he six? I heard he's 6'6".
He's 6'6". He scored 11 goals in the Bundesliga this season.
Wow, Weghorst.
So. Say again. Fucking hell. What's that?
What?
Wow, what?
Yeah, what's he called? Weghorst.
Weghorst.
Weghorst. 6'6" apparently. He's a lanky bastard. He's going to back goals for the mighty Wolfsburg. So that's enough about me anyway.
Yeah, so talk to me, James. Why have you picked Leipzig?
The manager. That's literally it. It's Julian Nagelsmann. He's got all the stats suggest that he's going to be the next top European coach. He's going to follow in the steps of Guardiola, Klopp. He's going to be the next big one. He started off at Hoffenheim, I believe, before Leipzig. If I'm not mistaken, he got him promoted. Came into a Bundesliga team which had stability, left, then went to Leipzig, and he's absolutely smashing it there. The guy's a legend, man.
Can they win the league this season?
And he's only like 38 or something, probably even younger than that.
Are they going to win the league this season?
Probably not.
Well, I think it's going to be bad.
Well, we'll get to that later on, won't we?
Yeah, we're coming back onto this, but okay. Right, Paul, you might as well explain why you're a massive Frankfurt fan. Get us out of the way, because we
right. Right. So yeah, Oldham just posted something here as well. So it's basically it started over 35 years ago, apparently, where a load of Latics fans went and met a Frankfurt fans club, Bockenheim and Rohandler, at an international football and supporters competition in Paris.
What was it in a tournament?
It was fans representing both sets of both teams, and they was in a competition with a load of teams, and there was supporting each other against the French apparently, and it was an unlikely meeting, and the bond grew, and a serious relationship that has flourished ever since apparently.
Meeting against the French.
Yeah, they just decided to. I'm guessing no one likes the French. Yeah.
So do any Frankfurt fans like follow Oldham, or is it a bit of a
one-sided relationship? Is that what you're
trying to say? Yeah, one-sided relationship. Yeah.
Absolutely not. So I've been going to Oldham for about 10 years now, and every now and again you just notice some fans that was just a bit like different in the ground. And I'd ask my dad, and he'd say, "Oh, the Germans, they've come over to watch Oldham," and I couldn't think for the life of me why anyone would do that. I mean, a lot of my mates from Manchester can't even be bothered to come and watch them with me, so I don't know why someone from Germany would. But yeah, so they come down like once or twice a year in big numbers, come and support the Frankfurt boys, watch a proper football team. And a couple of years ago for my birthday, I went to Frankfurt with a few of the lads. Thought I'd see what that experience was like. I wasn't too much of a follower of them, but it was just a reason to go Germany, I suppose. And the Commerzbank Arena is just ridiculous. I think it holds like 55,000. The fans are incredible, and the highlight for me was getting beers, just basically handed to you at your seat.
The beers.
The highlight for me was getting
Not
beers.
the beers.
It was phenomenal, honestly. It was like,
you drink whilst you're watching the match.
Yeah, you just a click of the fingers, and then someone comes to the end of your row and then just shimmies through, hands you a load of beers. It's like basically it's like candy floss at the theatre, a beer at the football in Germany.
It's so different in it compared to England. Like when we went to that Slavia Prague game last year, like it's just completely different atmosphere. I mean, everyone was smoking in the ground, weren't they? And like someone lit up a spliff, didn't they? Like just right. Yeah. But it is a mad game.
Yeah.
But did you win? You win that game?
Well, I walked out the ground absolutely smashed, and it took me till the next day to realise we lost 1-0. I thought it was 0-0 till the day after. I was like, oh, I'm just gutted we didn't see any goals, and then I was told that we seen one goal, and I was like, oh, did I go toilet or something? And apparently no, I was there when it happened. I seen it go in, just forgot.
I think we're definitely go to Germany, aren't we, after this? This is all over. So we don't know what we're going to watch, but
no, I don't know.
But so ever since I went to that game, really, I thought I'll watch him. And then, unlike James glory hunting, I've decided I'd just follow this team. I've got a little bit of a connection with now, and they went and won their version of the League Cup. The first time they won something in over 30 years, I think it was. So, Jovic, Rebic, Sebastian Haller, all some of my favourite players. And now the next crop coming through, I just love him. He's sick.
Love to see it.
Anyway, I think now we're going to have a little look at Wolfsburg for Kyle.
Oh.
Some of the top performers of the team. So, like you said, they were 7th in the league. Wolfsburg's top performers, Kyle. Here we got to look for. How tall is it?
6'6". They've got 11 goals. They've got a striker. The left back as well. I think he's called Rosian, is it, or something? He's pretty good.
Oh yeah, the French.
I've been told he's good. And they've also got another left back, and I can't remember his name.
Are you sure that's not your brother just going off FIFA?
I don't think they've got more than one left back.
Yeah, that could be the FIFA statistics, that though. I don't know, but I've been told if I saw it, he's really good. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we had a potential of 88 on FIFA, so he looked mint.
Yeah.
They do have they have Maximilian Arnold in central midfield, who's a bit of a baller, and then they've got the main man, the striker, like you say. What is it? 11 goals he scored. Weghorst.
Weghorst, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, and then Brekalo on the left wing. I think is he quite young? Josip Brekalo, Croatian lad. Yeah, he's 21 years old. He's pretty decent.
So when did they win the league, Wolfsburg? Apparently they won the league as well. Is that any time recently?
I'm not really too sure.
Because if they have, it's like Blackburn then, isn't it? Like, because I'm a Blackburn fan. It's like supporting Blackburn who won the league.
Won the league and now they're shite.
Yeah. They're not as bad as Werder Bremen though. To be fair.
Yeah, brilliant.
Right, so for the remainder of the season, what do we think? Who do you think is going to win the league, basically?
Bayern, for me.
Yeah, so we're going to have a little prediction of the top 6 and the bottom 3, see how the league finishes, because thankfully this is one of the few leagues that we've got a guaranteed finish to. So the Bundesliga table at the minute, I believe Bayern are a couple of points ahead, are they?
With 4, I believe.
4 points. Yeah, so we've got Bayern on 55, Dortmund 51, Leipzig 50, Mönchengladbach 49. And then Leverkusen and Schalke are in the Europa League spots. And then at the bottom, Paderborn, I think we can say they're down, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fairly certain. They've done.
Werder Bremen with a game in hand, giving them a little bit of hope.
Paderborn have got to a point now where every single game they're changing the tactics completely. They've gone from a 4-3-3 to a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-4-2. They're a mess, literally.
Is that in desperation, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. They don't know what they're doing. They're not adapting. It's not like they're tactically adapting to each game because they're just losing every single one.
Well, for my top 6, I have gone in first. I've actually picked Leipzig to win the league. I do think they'll get it done. Just the fixture list is looking strong for them, and against weaker teams, they don't really give much away.
No.
They got Freiburg at home on Saturday. That should be a routine win for them, really. They've just got so much strength across the entire team, as you probably know quite a bit, James.
I do indeed. I'll be honest. I think it was the game against Bayern was one of the few that I've actually watched of Leipzig this season, and it was one of the few where they actually changed the style completely. They went from a high pressing team to one that they started off quite reluctant to press. They didn't press very high up the pitch, sat back a little bit, and just tried to win the ball in a deep area and quickly attack, which was something that they don't normally do. They normally press quite high, and it just worked quite well against Bayern. But...
Yeah, so they can switch it up, because I know against Spurs they was pressing them so much, and they just kept panicking and kicking the ball up straight back. The two big centre halves, Super Meccano and Mukiele, just collecting the ball, and then someone I'm going to come on to later, Christopher Nkunku.
Oh, you bastard! You bastard!
He might just be my favourite non-Frankfurt player in the league. He's incredible.
There's a reason why I'm saying you bastard there. It's only because we agreed to pick a couple of players to watch, to talk about in this podcast, and I feel like we've chosen the same one.
Yeah, at the end of the podcast, we was going to just drop a few players each of who we think will be someone to watch. So I think we've given the game away there slightly. But yeah, so they got Freiburg on Saturday, and then they've got Mainz away, Hertha Berlin at home, Cologne away, Paderborn at home, Hoffenheim away, Dusseldorf at home, and then Dortmund on the 20th of June at home, Augsburg away, and then that's it. So they've only really got Dortmund, whereas I'm pretty sure Bayern have to play Dortmund as well, so one of them's going to drop points again. So yeah, I fancy them, and then I think Bayern will finish second. They've just got so much depth. Players like Leon Goretzka, I think is incredible, and he's not even getting a game at the minute. So it just shows how strong the squad is. Kimmich can play in a number of positions very well. So yeah, I've got them second, then Dortmund third, and then I think Mönchengladbach will just keep out Leverkusen. They're in fourth at the minute, and I think they'll stay there. They've got I think they've just got a bit more of a goal threat in Marcus Thuram and Alassane Plea. Obviously, Denis Zakaria, who's been linked with a move to Liverpool, pulling the strings there. Leverkusen have got some good players like Havertz and stuff, but I just think they've struggled to put the chances away, and just before lockdown happened, so I think they'll just miss out on fourth place. And then in sixth place, I've just gone with Freiburg. Nearly said Frankfurt then. I don't think they'll finish there. Gianluca Waldschmidt up top. I'm a big fan of his. Other than Timo Werner, I think he's the next best option for Germany. So he's still quite young. I think he'll get them into the 6th place. What about you? Who have you got?
I've not put an exact top 6, to be totally honest. And the only reason I've not is because I don't feel like I'm fully qualified to do that. I do think Bayern will win the league. Maybe when we talk about the Premier League, I'll have a much better say, but I think Bayern will win the league. I think the 4 points.
I agree.
They've got Lewandowski, who just cannot stop scoring. They're just too good, really, at the moment. I think the only other team that really can get them, maybe if Haaland can carry on his goal scoring threat, then maybe Dortmund could have a good try, but I don't know. I just think Bayern are just totally unstoppable at the moment.
Okay. And then in the bottom 3, is it the same for the bottom 3 of you? I think Paderborn's a given. And then I think Werder Bremen will get out, and I'll explain why later on. Another one of my picks, so we won't go into that. I've gone Dusseldorf to finish 17th, and then I've gone Augsburg to finish in 16th in the playoff place to stay in the league. I just think they're quite weak at the back. They've conceded 52 goals so far this season, which is right up there with the most. So I think they'll just struggle. What about the Golden Boot then?
Same guy, we're only saying it.
Lewandowski.
Yeah.
I had a look, and there's only 2 in the race really. Top goals.
Werner and Lewandowski in it, but Lewandowski's I think is still 4 ahead.
Yeah. What have we got here? It's I think it's 20.
Lewandowski's on 25 and Werner's on 21. I might be wrong.
Yeah, that's right. I've gone Timo Werner. I just think Lewandowski's. I think he was injured going into the lockdown. I'm pretty sure, and I believe he's one off a suspension. So I feel like he might miss a few games compared to Timo Werner. And with the Leipzig running, they've got so many goals in that team, and he's usually the one putting them away. So
yeah,
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Who's next? Jadon Sancho with 14.
Yeah, 14.
So it's between them. 15 assists though as well. Bloody hell.
Oh, it's unbelievable, that, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think that is it. Joshua Zirkzee. I think he's going to get a few games up top instead of Lewandowski at times. I think they won't want him to get injured again. So anyway, players to watch.
I think this is the one where I put quite a bit of thought into. I've got some stats that you probably never even heard of.
Fire them away. You love a stat, don't you?
The first one
James,
is a guy called Konrad Laimer. He's a central midfielder. He plays for Leipzig. The man is the best in the world in his position, I'm telling you. Maybe not in his position, but definitely in the role that he plays. He's Austrian. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists this season, which is not great, but he's not in the team to do that.
Oh, shut up, innit? It's one of them.
Yeah. Shut up, why are you trying to disprove my point?
Don't ask questions, big man.
Last season, he only missed 2 games, and both of them 2 games were lost against Freiburg and Schalke, which, let's be honest, they're not the greatest team in the division. There was 15 games that he played that he actually did start even, and he's never lost a single one. Last season, he played entirely. He started off playing right back, then he moved to right attacking midfielder when they played the 4-2-2-2. And now he's found his position in the holding midfielder. He's a high pressing midfielder. He usually has someone next to him who is capable of sitting a lot deeper whilst he presses a lot further up the pitch and overloads the ball side. He always goes to the side of the pitch where the ball is. And this season it's been Dammer who's dropped back, and whilst Laimer presses. I've got this bit of a theory with Laimer. I think he's got the Indeedy status. And that's
Indeedy status.
It's a term that I've come up for a player that is by far the best at what they do, but is not really recognised for it.
Right. Who else is it has got Indeedy status in your mind?
Oh, bloody hell. I don't know. I only came up with that one.
Great stuff.
Did you put your thought into this one guy, or?
Yeah. No, because as soon as I thought of it, I thought Indeed, he's a player that's probably the best in the Premier League as a screening midfielder, but you never really see him linked with the top clubs, and you wonder why. Why do you not?
Yeah, what about this Moussa Diaby? I know.
It's an elite
Diaby's.
Left midfielder that plays for Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's meant to be shit hot. I was going to get him
on. I don't really follow it, and I've heard of him. So.
Yeah, I was going to get him on Football Index because a lot of that community hype over him. But I just ended up getting more Filip Kostic.
Classic.
So Lema, Conrad Lema, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
He's your number one. And then your number two is, I'll let you have him.
Yes, thank you, because I've got no more.
Yeah, that's right. I had a few backups. Christopher Nkunku, talk to me.
What a player. I've got his basic stats: 4 goals and 13 assists, and he's not even played that much really. He's not started every game. He's come off the bench a lot. He's been substituted a lot, and to get that return for the amount that he's played is quite unbelievable. I've got a stat here called 6.3 attack actions per 90.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I don't know what it means, but I know that it's great.
It's going to be sick, isn't it?
Also, another stat that I've got, he does 1.27 smart passes per 90.
Ooh.
Which I'm
Says
is up there with
Says
who? No one's ever heard of that amount. Those numbers are unheard of.
Can I just say, by the way, four of them assists came in one game as well.
Yeah, they did.
I remember.
5-1 victory.
Who did they beat? They beat someone 5-0.
I think it might have. Was it Schalke?
Schalke 5-0, yeah.
Oh, bob on.
I remember checking my Football Index, and he was top of the leaderboard. Won me quite a bit of money. But the amount of chances he creates is ridiculous. He's got a bit of everything, hasn't
he? He gets 0.78 key passes a game.
Yeah,
he's quite good, especially for someone that doesn't really play that much.
Yeah, I think more recently he's been in the team a lot more.
He has now, he's been playing a much further role, forward role.
I think he's got that place locked down now. He drifts off to the left quite a lot as well, and with Angelino replacing Halstenberg, there's a lot of activity down that left side now. So that's pretty good for them. Who have I gone with here now? Got to shuffle it around on the spot. We've gone with Rashica of Werder Bremen. Milo Rashica. I think he's been dubbed as potentially the replacement for Timo Werner at RB Leipzig. But then there's also links that he might be just joining Liverpool anyway instead of Werner. So who knows? But yeah, he's the only chance of Werder Bremen staying up, in my opinion. Or if it wasn't for him, I'd have put them in my 3 to go down. And then my other one is had to be a Frankfurt player, didn't it? Just had to. Daichi Kamada.
Oh dear.
Quite possibly the greatest Asian footballer I've ever seen.
Oh dear. Oh dear. This man's never seen Ji-Sung Park.
I was going to say, is he better than Ji-Sung Park?
Yeah, definitely. He scored a hat-trick in the Europa League against RB Salzburg. No, I said Leipzig then. Again, he's another player that's not a consistent fixture in the starting lineup, but that should change very soon, I'm pretty sure. Very good on the ball. He's a good finisher. Workhorse as well. So I do like him. And then have we got any young prospects to look at?
I wrote 2 down, but I don't really know all too much about him.
Yeah, the problem.
I know a bit about the guy from Leipzig that I've got.
The problem is with young prospects, I've what we call in young, I was saying 21 and below, because that's what I took it as. And then the other problem is, what's a prospect? Because they're playing in the Bundesliga already. They must be. Is it Jadon Sancho? He's like 20.
Yeah.
Is he a prospect still?
It's gone quite under the radar, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I've wrote Alphonso Davies down basically because I just think
he's the best left back in the world.
Who said that? Who said that? He's the best left back in the world. Better than Idrissa Gana Gueye.
Wait, what?
No, the video. If my aunt had ball should be my uncle.
Oh right, brilliant.
He's better than Robertson anyway. I don't think the commentators mention it enough, but he's rapid. He's fucking rapid. Yeah, I think he's done very well with his defensive duties as well. To say that he started as a winger and he's only just been moved down to left back.
Came from the MLS, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's quite worrying as well. My other pick, as Alphonso Davies is a Canadian, Gio Reyna of Dortmund.
Oh yeah.
Who's an American, and I'm not liking it. Why are these creating good players? They need to stick to their own fucking sports. But he's only 17 and he's getting some minutes in Dortmund's side, so it's quite promising. And it seems that he only gets like 10 minutes at the end of games that they're already winning. You know, the Phil Foden role, as I like to call it. But
is that precursor to the Ndidi status?
Yeah, it's the Foden status. 10 minutes against the team with like 6 men left.
When you're already battering him.
Half the team's dead of the opposition, and he just comes on and scores. But he always does something when he comes on. Like he's always involved in something with a short time he's on the pitch. So Gio Reyna, 17-year-old. Just a little one on the side because they're a bit obvious. Ruben Vargas at Augsburg. I seen him playing for his national team. I think it's Switzerland. Let me just check. And he plays on the left wing. I think he's 21. Yeah. And obviously the Philip Max on the left hand side who's a flying fullback with them two on the one side. I do feel like that is their only hope, playing it through that left side, that they can create some goals and some chances to stay up, because the amount they leak, they're going to have to depend on quite a few goals coming from that side. Ruben Vargas, that's my other one.
Legend.
Now this is going to be something we do every time we're on and we're doing a football podcast. £5 bets. £5 bets for the weekend. We're going to tally up our scores. We're just going to keep it all calculated.
Yeah.
We'll listen back and then.
So but the way that we're going to do this, is this going to go off returns?
Yeah.
So say for example, if I get 20 bets miles wildly off, then I get one 20-fold acca that comes in and wins me 20 grand.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
You'll have won.
Right. Well then.
So it depends how you want to play it. Like, obviously you'll have racked up like -5s. We're gonna do it like that. So if your bet loses, you're not on 0. You're on -5.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's how you want to play it. Do you want to
keep a tally of it?
And any bet with them that week of fixtures. So do you have one?
I do. Well, I don't have the odds for it, but I can tell you it.
Oh, that's brilliant. Might need the odds though, mate, to be honest. Go on. If you say it, I'll put it through.
Oh, brilliant. Right, well, I've got Dortmund to beat Schalke.
Okay.
I've got my boy Nagelsmann to smash Freiburg with a 2-goal disadvantage.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's very risky, to be honest, because Leipzig are drawing a lot at the moment, but I've got Frankfurt to lose against Gladbach.
What a twat. You've just done that on purpose.
And then...
That's helmet behaviour, that.
Do I bother putting Munich in? Yeah, Bayern Munich in and Robert Lewandowski to score in the same one.
Right, it's Leipzig with a -2 handicap.
Yeah.
See, you want you want them 2-0 down, basically.
Yeah.
You think they're going to win by 3?
I do.
Okay.
Or at least I hope.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my reputation's going to go vastly downhill.
Right.
I'm not a
So
betting
far.
man, though, me, am I? You know me.
You're a twat.
Oh, rude.
So we've got Dortmund to beat Schalke, Leipzig -2. You got Mönchengladbach away at the Commerzbank Arena. You madman. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Whatever is forever. And then Bayern, is that your last one? So 4 selections.
Yeah, with Lewandowski to score.
Lewandowski to score and win. I'm dreading these odds. You're not going to get much for this. 1-2. No, it's not too bad, to be fair. Yeah. So
easy money.
For your bet, £5, return 77.24.
If you want to win 77.24.
Have you got yours? Have you got yours wrote down just so we can record it after?
Say again, sorry.
Have you got yours wrote down?
No, but I can do.
Oh my god, yes, that'd be great. Bloody hell, James. Anyway, I've gone Frankfurt Gladbach, over 2.5 goals in that game, which is at 10-11. I've gone similar to you, James. I've gone Leipzig, but a 1-goal handicap at 5-6.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone Leverkusen to win away and Dortmund to win at home. So £5 returns £42.97. And that's like printing money, that is. Kyle, what have you got?
Gone for 5-fold. Dortmund, Leipzig, which is pretty pointless. I didn't put a goal handicap in, which I probably should have done now. Frankfurt, I've gone for.
That's my boy.
James would say.
That's my boy. Right?
Spicy one, that. I've got to go for the boys, Wolfsburg, even though they're away this weekend.
Yes, I love it.
That's my team now, so I've got to support the boys. But if it's like English football with Blackburn, I'll back them when they lose, so it's probably going to be the same. And the last one is Werder Bremen v Leverkusen. I've gone for Leverkusen, so that has come back at, I think it was like £17 something to 1. So if I won it, it'd be £93.85 returns. It's probably a bit too. It's a risky one, but I go with my heart, mate. I don't go with my head, which is why I'm not rich and not better.
Which is why I'm minus £3,000 in the past 24 months.
Yeah, I've not bet in the last 12 months, so that's why.
Oh, that's boring. You ought to do it. It's good.
If the fun stops, throw it all on. I do. That's why we don't. When the fun stops, chuck it all on red at the roulette table. That's what I say. That's why I don't bet.
When the fun stops, chuck it all on red.
Chuck the life savings on red at the roulette at Genting.
Chuck it all on
when
red.
The fun stops, have a few beers and chuck it on red.
And go to 42s, innit? Oh no, where did we go actually? We didn't go 42s. Fucking, what was it? Factory we went, didn't we?
Dead gas.
Oh yeah, when we was like, we're only going out if we win on roulette.
Won on roulette. Didn't come home till like 7 bells.
On roulette, then go to that place. Bad memories. It's not a great place.
Great memories.
The roof fell off it a few years ago. Lots of people did it.
Yeah, it's true.
That was me, that.
That was you on the second floor, lad.
What? You chucking them orange and lockers up.
Anyway, James, I didn't realise you was a Leipzig fan. Just so happened when I was at the Commerzbank, they were selling Leipzig scarves outside the ground, and I'm not really sure why.
Really?
So
I don't know about this.
It's I've got one. I've got a Leipzig scarf. I can send it. I can send it your way if you want.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh no, he's actually showing it there on the Skype.
Oh no, I think I might put it in the bin actually. I'm not really sure. Anyway, it says "fuck Red Bull Leipzig" on it because
I know they are big, terrible men for completely disobeying the 50-1 rule. But
yeah,
I love Nagelsmann. He's going to be my love child one day.
Yeah.
What a strange man.
I think we've covered everything there.
Yeah, we have.
Have you not got else for us, James?
I have, but yeah, go on. Actually, yeah, let's talk about it. It's a little bit controversial, but
he's debating it.
I was a bit pissed off recently.
Go on.
And the reason is Ian Wright got racially abused on Instagram.
Who?
Have you seen that?
I've seen this. I've not.
Ian
What
Wright.
happened? I've heard about it, but I've not seen it. Go on.
Ian Wright
What
got
happened?
racially abused on Instagram. This little child Instagram DM'd him like hundreds of times and basically ticked off every derogatory term that there was for a black man.
Yeah.
And
like racist fans.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't like. Surely I don't get it. Me like
the people that have followed him.
Who wants to follow him?
Be kids. Probably kids. Idiots.
Yeah, but it's still though. Like, what has he got to offer that people want to see?
I don't
It
know.
makes no
People do it, don't they?
The thing is, I think I'm calling for him here. I think he should deactivate his Instagram account because he was on private.
So, has he not got a lot of abuse as well?
I
bet he's getting abuse. I bet he's getting his fair share of
he is
abuse.
apparently getting a lot of abuse, but I don't understand. But he was on private, so he's had to scroll through his follower requests and accept them.
Why haven't Instagram done anything?
Why would they? Is it their place to step in?
Yeah, it's
absolutely, yeah,
100%. It's happened in the past, hasn't it? Yeah, 100%. That's why people, 100%.
They never do anything though, do they? That's the problem.
They can't because there's too many people that do it, isn't there? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
If it's a high-profile one like that, though, you'd think they'd have.
I know.
Someone.
I think that him profiteering off this and getting 17,000 Instagram followers is completely wrong.
Like the amount of reports he must have had once Ian Wright, he tweeted it out, didn't they?
Yeah, he did.
So they must have known about it. They must have seen it, just not done anything about it.
Well, apparently he handed himself in at a police station, so.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's hate speech, innit? You can't. You have to hand. It's against the law.
Was there a reason he did this, or did he just randomly message him and say?
He just did it thinking.
Attention.
He just did it thinking that he would never see it.
Weirdos.
I know. I don't get it.
People
And he's profiteering off this now, and he's got like 17,000 Instagram followers. It's wrong.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to.
Anyway, so shall we just end on what our plans are? Like, what other ideas have we got for this podcast?
To talk about the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff I've got more of a clue on. It's been a quiet one for me this week, but I'll be back stronger. That's Robin Peter Crouch.
Oh, yeah, you can't say that.
You can't say that.
We're gonna get sued, you prick.
I didn't even mean to say that. Then I just feel Crouchy, if you're listening, don't sue us.
Yeah, he won't. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, we'll get him on. We'll get him on as a guest. We'll message him and say, like, get on this shit podcast in the mixer. It's all right.
We'll get him. We'll get him and Wout Weghorst on in a live studio, and we'll get them back to back. See who's taller.
Brilliant. We'll make our own festival.
Yeah, man.
We need to.
Called the Peter Weghorst Festival.
Get it done at the Dusty Miller.
Dusty Miller. That's what I'm saying. After all this, I think we should be in a boozer for it. The bells.
Yeah, definitely.
Get the folk room out and the bells. Now it'd be better for us, I think.
Yeah, so we'll be covering a lot of other leagues. Like Germany for me is my strong point, obviously. But it's not for everyone, is it? Serie A I'm no useless with. French and Spanish leagues, not a clue. Germany and England for me. And then League Two.
Oh yeah, League Two.
And I'm sure we're not just going to stick to football. I'd like to do some UFC, but again, that's probably not a strong suit for everyone.
How was it the other night? Because it's been on twice this week, and how was it last night?
Well, we've seen some tasty pictures.
I've seen that video. Yeah,
seen a bit of shin bone.
How did that happen?
Just kicking each other. Yeah, repeated kicks. And then in the main event, Anthony Smith's teeth started falling out, and he's just there on the floor. And as he's getting punched in the face, he's handing his teeth over to the referee. Saying, "There, my teeth. Keep hold of them."
There's teeth.
But yeah, there was some bad refereeing and stuff the other night. But scraps in it. Love it.
How do you get into UFC? Like, why don't you just become a boxer? Why do people go into UFC? What's the appeal to the UFC fighters? I don't get it.
Well, I feel like if if you take up a discipline that's not boxing at first, going into just boxing, you've wasted a complete discipline, haven't you? Say like starting judo or wrestle. A lot of American wrestlers, aren't there? Muay Thai, karate. They're not going to go into boxing, are they? Where they've wasting a lot of the skills and stuff. I think that's why we never see boxers transition over to MMA, but it's the other way around. And no one in the right mind is going to start getting kicked in the legs when they're good at just using the fists.
I think didn't Tyson Fury say he's going to give it a go? But I don't know if that's all just thought.
They're saying it and doing it, isn't they? I'd love to see it. I think he'd beat a lot of these slower heavyweights because he's bigger than most of them. So we're going to do other sports, probably just MMA and boxing, and then obviously music. Kyle's in a band, The Notion. Check them out.
Got to tune out in 40 minutes, boys. So, Notion.
Can we get a bit of a sound clip in here, or is that well out of our capabilities?
Yeah, it's 40 minutes too early. Can't do it, boys.
No, fair.
No.
He's got it anyway.
It's not live, is it? You punk up.
We're going to leave Spotify link in the description for The Notion, and we'll look to get the.
We've got a few ideas, haven't we, for future episodes?
Yeah, we can look at getting our mate from the Dirty Laces in as well. You know, the one with the terrible trim. We'll have to have a word.
Anyway, I'm joking.
It'll be much better than this one, I'll give you that.
Yeah, we're still learning how to figure it all out. The audio's probably not great, but we'll get there.
Yeah. We need a catchphrase there to finish the podcast off. Have we got anything yet? No.
Mix her out.
Out. That's a
Up the ticks.
Oh, not been that.
Well, that's not great. Right, we'll have to cut it off there.
Up the ticks. See you later.
Well, I think so.
Right, have a good one. See you in a bit.
Nice.
And then